darling. Thank you ever so much.
Are you on charge? Have you any batteries up?
I've got it on charge. I've got this very long charging wire I invested in, so I can charge it wherever now. See you later, lovey.
live from the Steinway Room here in Guildford in Surrey. It's JV and Sue, live from the Steinway Room. Welcome. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. Hiya, mate. An old man is sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. I hope you are, and you've got us feeling all right. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Come on, sing with me. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. John at the bar, I've sung that version. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday. Oh, it's a Sunday. I forget. These days, they seem one after the other. I don't know what day it is. It could be any day. And the manager, well, with her hair up, and that's just, if you will.
This is called
She's
lockdown hair.
Hair by Sue.
You're just jealous.
And the manager, with a new hairstyle, she gives me, on Valentine's Day, a smile. Because she didn't get me anything on Valentine's Day. Did you realise that? You didn't get me a thing. I got you something. And
I got you something, I've just forgotten to give it to you.
You see, that's what happens after 38 years. 39. How many years is it? 38.
38 and a half.
38 and a half years of marriage.
Not that we're counting
right?
or anything.
And the manager gives me a half smile with the hair up, which I quite like, actually, I have to say. Because she knows that it's me. They've been coming to see. I can't go on about that because we all know it's me. To forget about life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. I hope so. As the music fades,
Eventually.
we welcome you once again to show number 46, I think it is. I can never remember whether it's 46, 47, what? It's 46.
Who knows?
And we welcome you to another JV and Live in the Steinway Room.
welcome.
And say hello, Sue.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Steinway Room.
That's enough. And so, and what?
He's so rude.
Oh, I
he
did a
is
bit.
so
I
rude.
just like a bit of comedy. And it was very difficult for Sue being married to me with a name like Vera, let's be
Yeah.
honest. And so, I don't know whether we've got that little slide that we talked about, Rachel. Can you just bring that slide up for me? About
I before E.
here we are. Now this was sent to me by Steve Martin, not the Steve Martin, but another Steve Martin. All right, and here it is. I before E, except when your foreign neighbour Keith receives 8 counterfeit beige sleighs from feisty, caffeinated weightlifters. Weird. Now with a name like Vera, I before E never comes. But the television, it's good to have a television named after you.
Yeah, but it's not the right spelling.
But it's the wrong spelling.
I mean, when people ask our surname, I often say Veira, I before E, except after V in our household, because it is a very confusing name. And
It is.
it's
I mean, there's no way of
not helpful
putting
at
it.
all. I remember years ago the boys hearing a story where one of the main characters was a lady called Vera, and they went, "A lady called Vera." I've got news for you guys. It is a lady's name.
I tell you what, had they been born, right, women, it was going to be Vera Vera, or boy, it was going to be Percy. So,
Percy Vera.
Don't ruin the comedy. That's the comedy. They have to get it themselves. You don't have to spell it out. This is the Vera community, the JV community. These are intellectuals.
You got a song to sing?
Anyway, here we go. Welcome to everybody. And, oh yeah, on Valentine's Day. Now, not everybody has a Valentine, but, and we don't generally celebrate it, do we? So we're not
No,
really, we don't buy
This
cards.
is the first time he's given me anything for years. I think he's just doing it to impress
I happened
you.
to fall into the
Yes.
into the shop, and there was this beautiful little plant, and I thought, she needs something to say thank you for all the years of.
I think my present is going to be a kidney wrapped up in a red bow.
Do you know how often she's going to go on about this?
Oh, fair bit.
God, okay. All right, so I have to sing this. She suggested this. Sue has put together the love program. Tonight is about love.
Can I just say?
Spelt L-U-R-V-E.
Can I just say?
Love.
Love from lots of different angles. Not just romantic love, but God's love, friendship love. Not even that one.
Changes everything.
Not that one.
I don't know the words. And if in down the world will ever be the same. That was for Roxanne, who likes that song.
They're still struggling with the idea of them being intellectuals.
Yeah. I would say that doesn't apply to most of you, okay? Now, enough insulting.
Andrew, I bought these myself, okay? That's why there are red roses next to me. I bought them.
And
Okay, carry on.
this is a song. Try and do this seriously.
Okay.
I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. and there you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, doom, ba, doom, ba. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where I'll be without you in my life. Everything was touchable, oh, and everywhere I went, it seemed I'd been there before. But you brightened up for me all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. Come on now. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. You were better to me than I've been to myself. For me, there's you, baby, there ain't nobody else. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. Sing it with me now. How sweet it is to be loved by you. As sweet as sugar, babe, on bender. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by Sue. Oh yeah. I always like to do those kind of little finishes. I have to tell you, in all honesty, we used to sing that song so often, didn't we? In the shows.
Did, but the thing is, you just keep doing more
forgotten it.
songs, and
I
we
keep
can't do
doing
them
it,
all
and I
at any
can't do
one
them all.
time.
And and I was always known as a kind of a ballad singer, wasn't I? To be honest, I was always those kind of, those deep, lovey kind of love songs. I was the kind of the Barry White of the opera world and the Christian world. Was I not? Right. Oh no, I wasn't. I was a comedian, wasn't I? I forgot that. I was a comedian, everybody. I did it for so many years, and I've forgotten what I did. We've got a great guest for you tonight, waiting in the wings, going to join us soon, live, and he's recorded some beautiful music for us. Simeon Wood, those of you who've heard of him before and listened to his concerts, you're going to love his music, and he's a lovely man. And we're going to be talking to him at around about 9 o'clock, so stand by for that interview and playing. He's a multi-instrumentalist, multi-talented guy, and things that I found out about him since reading his biography, that we share lots of stuff, and so we'll talk about that later on. But this, I was known, was I not, as a ballad. I've become known as this ballad singer. Most of the albums that I've recorded over the 15 albums.
That's where we get the money.
That's where. All right, that's where we get the money, is it?
Well, I've sent you out busking on the road.
People get moved.
Yes. Yeah.
In the heart.
Okay.
Okay. So this was it's just Valentine's Day, so I've got to sing love songs about love, and she's going all the aspects of love. That's
No.
Okay.
No.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I'd have just gone. Here's a love song.
Few love songs. This is Ruth Wallace. I thought that your mum, Caroline, would like this. She's 70 today, so happy birthday, Caroline. And this one is for you.
Love me tender, love me true, never let me go. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me that you're mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Now, how could you resist that?
I can't.
A little bit of
It's
up the
beautiful.
top there. I've never sung that. Well, I've sung
Yeah.
it to you before, haven't I?
Yeah.
And actually, this other one, I got it while we're doing this, while we're in the theme of love, and love is love, and everything is everything. You know, I'm talking about love. I'll sing another couple. This one I've sung before, and so
You're going to sing
here
it
is.
again.
I'm going to sing it again. Can I just say, the
giggles
trouble is,
tonight.
the problem with you is if you give you a microphone, you start speaking. What is wrong with you? It's like a security guy with a walkie-talkie. He doesn't have anything to say, but he'll say everything. He actually isn't saying anything. They just got them there, and they just go, I don't know, 20 against and then you hear them coming up. That's nothing. They're not saying anything. It's the same with Sue. She's not actually saying anything. So, Sue, when you have something to say, really valuable, okay?
Just
Cut
sing
in.
the song, darling. Can't help falling in love with you.
Wise men say only a fool I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, how it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life through. I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life through, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in I was born in the wrong era, wasn't I?
Oh, yes, we all love a bit of Elvis. All rather lovely.
Now, you enjoying that so far? Well, hello, everybody.
They are.
And let's just say, how's your week been? Mine has been rubbish.
Yeah, I think it's been rubbish for quite a lot of people, actually.
And it's been one of those weeks where you don't dare look at the news. And every time you look at the news, you get a little bit of hope, and then you get a little bit dashed. And a scientist comes on and says one thing, and a government minister comes on and says another thing, and then you think, is it hope? Is it not? They're going to take the schools back. The schools don't want to go back. The teachers are frightened, blah, 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 blah. Donald Trump gets off. And then we just go, really? And all of that. And then we go, what's the best
and
thing?
as John Greenwood points out, they're not even lifting lockdown for Pancake Day next Tuesday.
Shrove Tuesday. Now, there's nothing like a pancake. Sue doesn't mean pancakes. She does. I'm not allowed to have many of them. But, I do love them. Our boys used to love pancakes, didn't they? Yeah, I know that Poppy and Lily, grandchildren, they love it on a Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning. And I think over lockdown, they'd gone Monday morning, Tuesday morning.
Any special day.
Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. Now, that's part of it, isn't it? What day is special? We find it very difficult to kind of make a special day. But I think actually there is cause for optimism. I'm gonna just say that there is, and I've been looking, and I've been putting my finger on the pulse so that you don't have to. And so many of you are out there, and you've been locked down since March, and you've been in your flats and your houses, and you haven't gone out, and you felt that you're trapped in your house. And sometimes you didn't need to be trapped in your house, but you have been trapped in your house, and you felt you couldn't go out without being unsafe, so you didn't. And actually, I think now we've got 15 million people vaccinated. The one thing this government has done incredibly well, as we did, they've freed the NHS to do what it does. That's what they've done. And for that, we are terribly grateful. And we look forward to another 10 million being done before. And then what you've got is close to half the population being done. And at that point, it will be, as Rishi Sunak said, we can't then change the rules and suddenly go, oh, we've got to have everybody vaccinated before we can go out and before we can unlock. So I hope that we are heading towards a positive situation for us all, because we can't do this indefinitely. And when I talked to my guest, one of the things we talked about before we came onto the air tonight was that this is not a life. This is half a life. Okay. So those of you who think that this is good, this is not good. This is not good. This is not life. This is half life. And as soon as we can get out of this, I hope that we will. That being said, this programme, I hope, will continue in some form or another for many months to come, because this has been a lifeline, and this community has meant so much to so many. And some people are getting tight, including us. And each week I try and I introduce somebody new to you, or an older guest, or somebody that's been there, to try and keep the pot fresh, as we would say, and keep things moving along. And I hope we can continue to do that until up to and including up to our operation.
Yep.
Whenever that happens, sometime in April, May time probably.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, we're here with you singing songs. Oh. And particularly now, this one, Sue, somebody who asked for this?
Yeah, I don't know who asked for this one, but it was a very nice suggestion,
it was,
actually.
And it's now, I've forgotten it. I did give you the information. You put it down, then you didn't write. You haven't put the name down. It was somebody who wrote to us and asked for either, it wasn't Joan who wrote this, it wasn't about...
No, that was My Funny Valentine.
Right, next one. Now this one I've never sung before, and I just ran through it and I thought, yeah, let's have a look at this. And it's a beautiful song. I can't remember who sung it first. It wasn't Adele.
Bob Dylan?
Was it Bob Dylan?
Possibly.
Yeah, sounds about right, Bob. And it's just a beautiful song, and I hope I do it some justice. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are throwing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. And there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Beautiful. And I've got lots of information about that. Bob Dylan indeed wrote it. Billy Joel recorded it before Bob Dylan did.
Oh, did he?
Adele, of course, did it recently.
Yes.
Beautiful version. And actually, it was Patience and Neil Dreyer that asked for it.
Hello,
We've had
Patience.
a harrowing week. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Is it?
But I'm sorry it's been so harrowing. But that one was especially for you. I'm glad that we remembered it, even if we didn't remember who had asked for it. So thank you for that one. I think we'll
What
hear that
happens,
again.
for those of you who want to know, is that I end up with a lot of different information coming onto my phone in about 5 or 6 different forms, and I can't remember how I've received it, whether it's WhatsApp, email, Messenger, Facebook. It goes on, and then there are private messages on different pages. So
and if I see them, then I put them into notes on my phone, and which Jonathan can add to. But of course, if he gets a message when he's in the middle of dialysis, then he reads it, and then it sort of gets lost in the melee.
Dialysis was a load of rubbish this week.
Rubbish this week for you, wasn't it? Not
Yeah,
nice.
it wasn't very good. And so it's just one of those things. And so I had to just live with it. And Sue said, "Oh, you're looking tired." And of course, the minute I think that, and I do get tired, and it does cause a bit of insomnia at night. So come in late, and she's gone to bed, and da 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 da. It's actually quite a haul, if I'm honest. And we recorded last night. Rachel recorded the show for Spring Harvest that's going to go out at Easter for Spring Harvest, and we recorded it here as live. That means you do it live, and then it goes a little bit of editing just to clean it up, so that you can watch it when you watch Spring Harvest live, and that will be one of the concerts that you get given this year, which I didn't do last year. So it's great. Spring Harvest live. Find out information online with that one. This one is for
Davina and NASA.
Davina and NASA, and also for Joan.
Yeah, Joan, you suggested it. What a great idea. So thank you for this.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's. Each night and day you know it's Valentine's. Each day is Valentine's Day.
Happy anniversary, Davina and NASA. Well done, 11 years. Been good going.
Why don't we do a little contemplative number?
I think so.
Because I think
I think we've had a lot of excitement, and we need to just.
We need
calm
a really,
well,
really
you need to calm down a bit.
song that just takes people down to a level that just goes, you know what? Take your Horlicks where you are, wherever you go, your glass of wine, just breathe out, and Rachel, take it away. Swing, 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 swing. Just swing, 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 swing. Why don't you swing down, stop and let me ride? Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Well, Ezekiel went down in the middle of a field. He saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about the chariot wheel. He just wanted to see how a chariot feel. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home on the other side.
Come on, everyone, we want you swinging.
Oh, I don't Well, Ezekiel went down and he got on board. Chariot went bumping on right down the road. Now Zeke wasn't so particular about the bumping on the road. He just wanted to lay down his heavy load. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home on the other side. All right, Mark, come on, play that organ for us. You ready? Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home, Sue. I got a home on the other side. I got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home on the other side. Oh, yeah. And
that was fun. Well done, Rachel.
Sorry, as we have a quiet moment as we ponder the truths of those words. Zeke wasn't so particular about the bumping of the road, just wanted to lay down his heavy load. Yeah, okay. Right, so here we go. Now for a lovely treat for you, everybody, because this is a song that I want Sue to sing now. And, oh, there we go. I think that's right. Yeah. I'll do the other in a minute.
I was going to say, that took me by surprise. I thought we were doing so well.
Yeah, we're doing well. Just
kept
one
really,
bumped.
Really kept to the programme.
And many of you asked for Sue's version. Here she is, star of stage and screen, recent star of album, of Lockdown Sessions Volume 1 on... and doing her tour of the women's meetings in the Northwest, coming soon with one song, and maybe this one as well. Who knows?
Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the papers with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely at his side yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me
you're lonely and see for you
that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London.
I'll show you something to make you change your mind.
Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes all in rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home into carrier bags. So how
tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind.
In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each day lasts an hour and then he wanders home alone. So
How can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind.
have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission? Memory fading with the metal ribbons that he wears. In our wintry city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero and a world that doesn't care. So
How can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. And that's so, obviously. And so everybody says, if one person, just one person says, that should be on the new album. If you say that, of course, that's you're dead. All right? This is a song that was beautifully sung, Sue, by the way. And this is a song that is becoming completely relevant. This is on the new album, as in the new volume 2 of the lockdown sessions. John Greenwood, where is my album?
yes, he's already asked that question.
Yeah,
Your
okay.
CD is not on its way, John.
So it's not on its way. Okay? So it's not coming. John, your album's not coming. It's not coming. It's not coming. And that way, John, you won't be disappointed, okay, when it doesn't come. All right? It's easier that way. So this one's going to be the last song on the album, sung with my very great friend, Bryn Howarth, a lovely man.
Beautiful song, beautifully performed.
Beautifully performed, beautifully. He wrote this in 1970-something. And just a simple song, and it goes... These are the moments that we love so well. Precious moments caught within a spell. All too soon our lives, they fade away. These are the moments that we wish would stay. And if I had my life to live again, I would choose to be with you, my friend. Time moves slowly, yet it goes so fast. And who knows how long the days will last. today. Let the moment linger, for tomorrow steals that away. Tomorrow steals that away. These are the memories that we made so well. Lives like stories that we long to tell. When we're old with not so much to say, we'll have the memories that we made today. We'll have the memories that we made today.
And I'm going to suggest that that's dedicated to Valerie Hollier. Valerie, I know today's a difficult day because it was your parents' wedding anniversary, and so I'm sure you've been remembering lots of happy moments today with them. So
and actually, it's that last couplet that these are the
Beautiful.
memories that we made so well. Lives like stories that we long to tell. And when we're old with not so much to say, we'll have the memories that we made today. That's Gordon Bennett, that's true, isn't it? What have I got to do? 54. I've got to do You Got a Friend.
I thought we were going to do
Here Is Love.
Here Is Love.
Can we
do both?
push it
You've
on?
got 7 minutes. I'm sure you can do both.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to do this.
Oh no, here
because
comes the
Rachel
banjo.
Because Rachel said, oh no, it's the banjo. Because she said that, because of that, Rachel, you are punished, all right? And
I wouldn't punish her if I were you, because you'll punish you. You know what she's like.
You now
she could
will have
easily punish you. She's in
the
control.
banjo. All right?
She's in control, not you. Oh,
the
that's
banjo.
It. Yeah. She's put you on the test signal again.
Right now, Rachel. Hold on. I just want to play along. Because actually, I wasn't going to play along. I was going to sing it from because we have the latest innovation this week, backing tracks.
Yes.
People.
Yes. Rachel's worked out a way for us to do it.
And so we got it.
So
We've got speakers in here galore. Sue's been working around. And this is how it goes. Thank you, Rachel. Flat. Here is love, vast as the ocean, love and kindness as the flood. When the Prince of Life our ransom shed for us his precious blood, who his love remember, who can cease to sing his praise. He can never be forgotten throughout heaven's eternal days. On the mount of crucifixion, fountains open deep and wide, through the floodgates of God's mercy, flow the vast and gracious tide. Oh, grace and love, like mighty river, born and sent from above, and heaven's peace and perfect justice kiss the guilty world in love. Let me all your love accepting, love you ever all my days. Let me seek your kingdom only, and my life be to your praise. You alone shall be my glory, nothing I see. You have cleansed and sanctified me. You yourself have set me free. Play it now. Me, you yourself have set me free. Well, that was close.
That was great fun. That was great fun.
It was so close towards
your son Dan said you should put your hat on next time, your cowboy hat on next time.
And next time that was also my son, for my son Matt, who hates the banjo.
That's still a lot
the
of
last
people.
thing he said was, as he left the house, he said, "I hate the banjo." So for you, Matthew, that was you.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't keep in time, so that you got the last laugh, son, and
did.
Rachel got the last
She
laugh.
did.
So
She also plunged you into black and white. So.
Oh right. Yeah. So it's a bit of hillbilly black and white.
Yeah, hillbilly black and white. Bit of bluegrass. A bit of bluegrass.
Right, here we go. So.
Right, before we have Simeon.
Before we go into Simeon, and we a lovely guest. You're going to so love him, I tell you. You're going to be saying, "Oh, JV, how did you get him on the show?" You had Steve Legg last week. He was doing magic tricks, and now we've got instrumentalists.
And this one is for Roger Wilkinson. It was your birthday 2 days ago, and today is, I think, your 50th anniversary of getting engaged. So for Roger and Yvonne Wilkinson, this one is for you.
When you're down and trouble, and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together now and call my name out loud, and soon I'll be knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them. But don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend, oh darling. You've got a friend, my sweet darling. You've got a friend, my darling. You've got a friend. Last time, my sweet darling. You've got one more time. Sweet darling. You've got, okay, do it one more time because you love it doing it. You love doing it. Come one more time. Here we go. You've got a friend. And now to a special guest, Mr. Simeon Wood. Let's see what's going to happen now. And we have the very man himself, Simeon Wood, OBE, MBE, ABTOP.
Steady on.
Okay, do you know what, Simeon? That was so beautiful. People have been writing in live, as that's what happens. We get a live feed in, so you get reactions all the time. People are saying beautiful, so relaxing, so wonderful. We're being spoilt tonight, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
You know, how is it you managed to get him on? You know, you must be wonderful, JV. I go with that bit there. But Simeon, beautiful playing, and welcome to JV live in the Steinway Room with Mr. Simeon Wood, ladies and gentlemen. Simeon, welcome. It's been a long time planning this, hasn't it?
We've not met since college days.
Was it that long ago?
Hundreds, I think it was.
Oh my goodness! You see, I mean, because when I was looking at your biography, I saw that you were at Trinity College of Music. Because I went there as a postgraduate. I did my degree 79, 82, and then 84. I went as a postgraduate for about a year and a half.
You did.
84 to 86, but it wasn't really 86. I left, but I was there crossing over with who is it? With Lena.
Yes,
sorry, not Lena. Zena.
Yes, you did. Yes, you were. Yes, yeah.
And did you know Zena at the time?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Zena Baker. Yeah, a wonderful fan of yours too. Yes, so she's a delight. A beautiful.
Well, she's such a lovely girl. But so we were at Trinity College of Music together. You studied, but just let's go back a bit. We've got loads of music to listen to as well. But I'd like to go back before then. Who put a wind instrument in your hand? No. We want to hear. We want to know. There are people out there who are saying, I want my grandchildren to learn to play the flute like that. You see?
Right. Okay. Well, we do have to go way back. So I was 6 years old when I first saw a flute. So this was pre-James Galway. This was in the 1960s, not the 1860s, but the 1960s. I was born in 1963, which I've been told since was the great cauliflower shortage of 1963. Something to do with a very bad winter. I think that's what it was. So when I was 6 years old, 1969, someone came to my school and played, as part of a wind quintet, they played the flute. And I'd never seen a flute before. I was amazed by how it looked, how it sounded, the way it moved, everything about it. I was transfixed. And then for the next 2 years, I tried to persuade my mum and dad to buy me a flute because I was too small at the age of 6 to play the flute. They didn't have the flutes that children can buy now with a bend in them, so it brings the arms a little bit closer.
Yes.
It was a full concert-length flute, so for quite a while, I was facing around like that, which was not good. So from 8 years old, I had a wonderful teacher called Edward Mallinson. And, you know, a good teacher, well, it's not so much about being a good teacher, but it's about how a person connects with another person. And if that connection works, then you want to do the very best you can for that person, whether or not they're a good teacher. It's just something about that connection that makes you want to do your very best. And Edward was like that. And I just loved everything about him. I loved it. He was very charismatic. He was a great player. And he was a good teacher. And he went away over to Paris to study at the conservatoire there. And we lost touch. I would have been about 11 when he left. And we lost touch. And then about 3 years ago, we met up for the first time after 45 years. Yeah.
Fabulous.
It was extraordinary. It was just great to be able to tell him how much he meant to me and how much he was the real, I suppose he was he was the first inspiration, really. Because, as I say, James Galway wasn't on the scene at all, probably until the mid-1970s as a crossover flautist, anyway.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think that's it. Was your plan to become a concert player, a soloist, a concerto player, or was it to go into an orchestra? I mean, what were your plans? Tell us.
Right. Well, it's funny with plans because I don't know about you during this time, but I have looked back quite a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot of time to be able to do that.
Yes.
I've looked back on my life quite a bit, and really, it amounted to when I was 16 and did my O levels, as they were then, GCSEs now. It was pretty clear that I couldn't do anything else but music.
No.
So there was little choice of direction. I loved my music, which is very lucky. I loved my music, so to go into that direction was fine. So I took A-level music, and then I applied to the music colleges, as we do, and I got into Trinity on what was called then, it was called the Professional Performers course.
Yes, it wasn't a graduate course, is it? No.
Yeah, that's right. So it was very clear right from the start that I was not a team player.
No.
Yeah, so orchestral work was out. Really,
orchestras are very. I've spent my life working with orchestras and with wind departments in orchestras who hated being there and who were trained as. I mean, that was the point. They hated being there. You know, the LPO. They're going, well, you know, the conductor doesn't do this and he doesn't trust us and da da da. A solo player. I mean, but it takes an awful lot. What you said, I totally identify with this whole sense that what else could you have done? I wasn't that talented that I could do anything else. I wasn't bright enough to have done anything else. So we went to a specialist, a kind of a hothouse, a conservatoire environment, because we were good enough to do that. But that's all we could do. I don't think we had a lot of choice about it.
That's it. I have over the years realised that I developed other skills along the way. They call them transferable skills.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I left music college, I then went to work and live on a Christian community. It was a conference centre run by a Christian community in North Devon called Lee Abbey, and I was there. Know it
well. Spent many unhappy New Year there. Very, very ill teaching.
Not so happy then.
Yeah. Well, yes, God, but a lovely place, beautiful place.
Yeah, beautiful place. So, but the skills I learnt there, being around guests, new guests every week, sometimes twice a week, that we would have a changeover of guests. So within a period of 7 days, we'd have 240 different guests. And you learn the skill of inviting them into your home and discussing things deep or shallow. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you learn how to connect with people. Yes. And that has served me so well working, particularly in the cruise environment, as an entertainer, getting to know people who've come on board. And I have no problem with that. But that is a skill that I learned at Lee Abbey that I've then transferred into a very different environment.
Which was nothing to do with music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look, Simeon, we've got so much to listen to, and I want to hear another song, another tune. To introduce the second one for us right now.
Okay, I love this piece because it's very me. It's very kind of quirky, very funny, very humorous. It was written by a man called Leroy Anderson, whose proper job in life, he was a linguist and a code breaker working at the Pentagon in America over the 1940s and 1950s. But his real passion in life was composing music, very light-hearted music. And this is a piece that was inspired by a piece of office equipment, and it is the typewriter song.
Thank you. Well, it looks looks like this is the joys of live flipping transmission, Simeon. You'll get bam. There, I finished it for you. Don't say we've not duetted together. Okay. This is live stuff for you. When it goes wrong, which it often does, I just was playing along and I lost all the backing track, so I went out of tempo with the tap. You know, that's the way it works, isn't it? Anyway, you ended up going to this retreat centre, and that how long ago was that then?
So that was 1988, all of 88 and all of 89. Yeah. And the wonderful thing was, whilst I was at music college, I worked a lot with a guitar player called John Geraghty, wonderful classical guitarist. And he also joined the community, but we'd gone separately on interview, not telling the other one that we'd gone, because it seemed to be, it wasn't a joint decision. It was, we wanted it to be an individual decision as to whether or not we went. And so we ended up there together and continued our work as a duo, which was remarkable. So I think we ended up doing about 2 concerts a week. This retreat centre in North Devon. So it actually worked out musically and creatively very well indeed.
Because you then started doing recording a number of albums. You had a 14-year relationship with this artistic relationship. Is that right?
We did, and we recorded 6 solo albums, but so many others for other people, for other record companies. Yeah, it was a good time. But do you know what, Jonathan? It was so hard. It felt all the time we were educating people in order to book us. A lot of our energy was spent in trying to educate people that it's okay to book a flute and guitar duo, and that isn't just what we do. You know, we don't just sit and play. It'd be like you saying, yes, I'm a singer. Well, no, you're actually so much more than that. You sing, you play the piano, you entertain, you engage with people, you make a difference to people's lives. And so a lot of our time and energy was spent on trying to educate bookers that's what we could do for them.
That's interesting you should say that, because I know that Sue, if you got the microphone there, you got it switched off. Okay, she would say, as my manager, she would say that's an awful lot. You know, you say, well, he's an opera singer that tells funny stories and sings Billy Joel and plays the piano and makes you laugh. They go, yeah, I don't think so. Or, you know, it's taken years. It took her years to convince people. Once they've seen me, they go, can you come back? Next time we'll get loads of people, or any such nonsense. But I think it's why we made DVDs, I suppose, so that people could see us as well as hear us in disc. Because I think that's what somebody like you communicate with humour. Would that be fair as well?
I communicate with humour. A lot of the stories that I tell are based on real life happenings. So that's how I connect with them. And if any comedian connects with their joke, they tell it so much better. So if you connect with a story or a piece of music, that is better illustration. If you and I connect with a piece of music, whether or not the audience are going to enjoy it, they will connect with it, because they see in us the way we express that music. They see that, and it's infectious. Is that the right word?
I think infectious. That we don't want to use the word infectious right now. We don't want it. There must be a vaccine for that kind of thing. I think the AstraZeneca vaccine will actually clear all of that up, and people won't laugh at all. Do you know what? I don't know about you, but I am desperate. What you're doing there, laughing, actually hearing people laughing when you say something funny. You know. It does. Don't know. Have you missed that? Have you missed that?
I have missed the connection. You and I were talking before the broadcast, were we? That actually doing what we're doing is a stopgap. It isn't right. it isn't right that we don't connect with. We're humans. Human beings need that connection. They need that. They need that. It's not just the visual, but it's the whole ambience of a venue that creates the entertainment, that creates the environment to relax in, to actually see for themselves and experience that live, the joy of live music.
I can't wait to get back. What's the first thing you're waiting to get back to doing? Come on, tell me.
What, apart from the music, you mean?
I mean, just being with an audience again. What is it you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward, because one of the things that I like to do is I like to meet the audience before I start playing.
Yes.
This is something that I learned on the cruise ships, because you live with your audience.
Yes.
And so you can get to know your audience before you actually perform to them. So I like to do that in a venue. I like to always chat with them in the interval and chat with them at the end. It's hard work, but it's great. It's just the best thing ever. So and then there's the performing in between. But I love connecting with people. I like hearing their stories.
That's probably why we get on. That's exactly what we do. We never go into the green room. I don't know what a green room is. We just go, say hello from the beginning, in the interval, at the end. Sign the books, meet the people, hear their stories. Hear their stories as well as you tell them your story. It's
nice to hear that you actually get a green room, because I just get the disabled toilet. Well done, you.
Well, hey, listen, superstar, megastar. That's it. What can I say? That's the difference. Give us another piece of music now, Simeon. Time goes so quickly. Introduce piece number 3 for us.
So piece number 3 is it's 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, and this is the version that I played on Britain's Got Talent.
Ah, excellent. Truly magnificent. I never saw you as a man who needed a crutch. Now, I can tell the whole of my community now are now, as we speak, sorting through the cupboard, looking for their crutch from the NHS, the one that they never took back. John Bown, I know you've got it up there. You've got to return it. Okay, but so you are a multi-instrumentalist, Simeon. What does that mean?
Right. Well, it means that I'm an avid collector of instruments, and then I attempt to play them, or I make them. If I think something will be visually entertaining, then I'll attempt to make an instrument out of it. Yeah.
So tell us, first of all, how many instruments do you actually play?
Oh gosh. Well, I play a lot which are flute based, so I would say I play about 40 or 50 flute based instruments. Yeah.
40 or 50?
Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty. They're not similar to me, but because I listen to the timbre, the color of each
Yeah.
sound, and the texture of it, and the fingerings are different. But maybe to a novice, they wouldn't sound that different to the flute or the panpipes or some South American caner or something like that. But to me, they are all different. They all offer something unusual and unique.
And please tell me you've got a studio in the garden where you keep these, because I noticed behind you your lounge is free and there are no instruments apart from your flute, basically.
Yeah, well,
so where are these 40 or 50? Have you got them in storage? What are they in where are they? In a cupboard somewhere?
No, they are actually back in October. I put an offer in for a house, and then stupidly began to pack everything up, and then the house fell through, and I've still got everything in
Boxes. No. Your wife's going to love you, isn't she? She just absolutely adores you. She just goes, yeah, could you get some more? And you walk in the house, don't you, with another one, and she goes, oh, good, we've got something else. That's good. Yeah.
So I do actually have another house ready to move into, but I have actually still got everything in boxes. Yeah.
Boxes,
and yes,
okay.
I've opened every single box since November because there's been something I've needed.
But okay, and the next question, which is, how many of you actually played on stage at any one time? At any one time?
Oh, right, okay. So during a show, I would probably just play about 7 or 8 instruments. Yeah.
Oh, that's all. Okay, then. I want you to know most people are struggling with one. Okay. Well, yeah. I only play the viola. I play the viola very badly, the banjo and the guitar and the piano, and I sing a bit. And so there's, I play the harmonica badly. But apart from that, but I think actually what's always been, well, you went on Britain's Got Talent, and I imagine people would have seen you. Some people would have seen you on that. Did you win, Simeon?
No. Otherwise, I'd be on some Caribbean island by now. But
yeah, you would.
I didn't win. I'm still living in Huddersfield. So,
listen, can I just tell you? I share this. We were 2 years ago. We were invited to go. I got a call. I was very ill. I wasn't very well, and I got a call. I was on the Isle of Wight, and it was a girl, and she was from. She said, "Hello, this is Poppy here, whatever her name was." She said, "Hello, Poppy from London Weekend Television." She said, I don't know whether you've heard of the show Britain's Got Talent. I mean, bearing in mind that I'm 58 years old at this point, okay? I said, yeah, I have. I said, what is it you want? She said, well, I've just seen you. I've seen videos of you. She said, you're really good, aren't you? She said, I've decided that we want you on the show. We want you to come up and do an audition at the London Palladium, to do Singing Stars from Les Mis. She said, she won't actually win. She said, the blind dog from Huddersfield who juggles will win. But she said, we want somebody who can play and sing. And I think that's what we do. We fill in the gaps. She said, there has to be real talent on there, doesn't there? Doesn't it? She said, and then she said, can I just ask you, how old are you actually? And I went, 58, and you could hear the phone going click. I went, hello, 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 hello. That's right. So actually, to meet somebody else who actually did it, right? I mean, I'm in awe, mate.
It was an experience, and I'm kind of glad I did it. I love live TV. I love TV, so
yes.
They didn't tell me that it was Britain's Got Talent until they told me, you'd be playing the London Palladium, there'll be lots of other acts with you, it's a variety show, we'll look after you, blah, blah, blah. And then they said the two things a Yorkshireman doesn't like to hear. One, there's no money in it.
Yeah, what a surprise.
and then the other one, it's called Britain's Got Talent. Have you heard of it? So yeah, it was. Anyway, I was
And your heart sank as you thought all the credibility from conservatoire days.
I know. I did think exactly that. But then I thought, I'm kind of more of an entertainer nowadays, and I
Yes.
do enjoy the stage. And I thought, well, it'll be an experience. Let's see how it goes.
No, and I think actually that you come across, Simeon, as a very open-hearted, lovely, gentle man who just wants to entertain people. And
So do you. I mean, that's what we
do, isn't it? That's what we do. I mean, there was one question that I saw a frequently asked question by your fans, which was, do you wear boxers or underpants? I saw that on your website. Very interesting.
That's it. That's it. I'm stopping the conversation now.
Well, I'm sorry. You sent me the biog. I looked at that. I thought, what's the question I really want to know the answer to? And I know everybody's out there right now going, boxers or underpants? I'm an underpants kind of guy, and you're a boxers. I know you're a young man. I know you are. My kids go, what do you mean underpants, Dad? You have to wear boxers. Simeon, what I just as we come towards the end of we've been going on. We've been talking now for 34 minutes or something like that now.
Terror.
I mean, no, but I just find people so interesting. I just find people interesting. It's why we get so many different people on the show. I know that you've been a big hit, and I know people are going to want to hear more of your flute, and I'd love you to come back on the show again at another point. Just simply to come on and just share your life a bit. That's what we all do. And I hope that you and your family, during this lockdown, have you managed to earn any money? What have you done to earn money? Have you taught? Have you played? Have you done some gigs? What's happened? Oh, he's frozen. Yeah, the Zoom is frozen. There we are. Sorry, have we lost him? Yes, we've lost him. He's dropped out. We need that last. Can we just have that last piece from Simeon, please? That lovely Across the Water. Rachel, can you play that for us now? Can you do? Yeah, she's just going to come up. This is the thing with this is live. The Zoom has dropped out for some reason, and who knows why. But that is what happened. We're going to have Across the Water. Are we ready to go? Let's do it. This from Simeon Wood. Well, that was such beautiful playing, and sadly we lost the connection with Simeon there. And if Simeon is listening, then what a pleasure to have you, Simeon. And sorry we lost the Zoom there. I think it may have been your end or something. Anyway, we will have you back without any doubt. You were great.
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated across the community. Right, brilliant. So I'm going to do a couple of songs before we have to leave you and for another week. And I'm tired this week, I have to say. I got weary, and it's. I'm going to say to you all to just hang on, okay? Hang on. There is hope on the horizon, and it's coming. We speak to Lucas de Jong and Chrissy in Australia, and they've had to go into another 5-day lockdown. And so we think of them, great friends over there, and in South Africa, and in New Zealand, in the Caribbean, and in Canada, who are watching us tonight. My auntie and uncle who are watching them tonight. A lot of my cousins across the world who are watching as well. And whoever you are, hang in, because I think it's just around the bend. That song is just around the bend, and that's coming. That's coming. Recorded this week, and it's coming towards you. And this song on Valentine's Day, a song I recorded on Hymns Project 1, and this one had a huge impact on people. Remember a guy coming to us we were doing a concert in Bristol, and he came from Wales, and he walked in and he said, "Are you Jonathan Vera?" And he said, "I am." I started speaking Welsh almost immediately. And he said, "I just want you to know that," he said, I saw your song on the television, on Songs of Praise. He said, "That song, Oh Love That Would Not Let Me Go." And he said, "I decided I want it at my funeral. Will you sing it?" I said, "Well, not yet. We're not there yet." But
And he'd actually travelled quite
he travelled
distance.
a huge amount.
He'd obviously gone straight onto the website to find out where he could
where
see
you
Jonathan
could see me live. And they came in and had an absolute ball, because, of course, it wasn't just the one trick, one song.
And this particularly I want to dedicate to Jackie and Alan Slough. Jackie, your dad finally passed away this morning, at midnight, I think. But thank the Lord he was at home with his wife. But we think of you and the difficult days that you were all going through. So with our love.
Oh, love that will not let me go, I rest my weary soul in thee. I give thee back the life I owe, that in thine ocean depths is flowed, may reach a full of thee, may reach a full of thee. Oh, light that follows all my way, I yield my flickering torch to thee. My heart restores its borrowed ray, that in thy sunshine's blazes stay, may brighter, fairer be, may brighter, fairer be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. seekest me through pain. I cannot close my heart to thee. I trace the rainbow through the rain and feel the promise is not vain, that morn shall tearless be, that morn shall tearless be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, cross that liftest up my head, I dare not ask to fly from thee. I lay in dust life's glory dead, and from the ground there blossoms red life that shall endless be, life that shall endless be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, perfect love, oh, perfect love, oh, oh, perfect love, oh, oh, perfect love.
Perfect love indeed, and that is particularly for you if you are feeling sad and lonely, and sad because you don't have someone special in your life, but you have God, and His is a perfect love for each and every one of us.
So, the promise of His grace.
Yes, and this one is for Jill. Jill, we are so sad that you are back in hospital having yet more treatment. And we're thinking of you, and I wanted to sing this one particularly for you. Claire, you've been asking for this for a few weeks. Chloe, you mentioned it, but I think particularly for Jill tonight. You are the God of endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace.
Across the changes through the years, eternal God, your love comes down to lead us on, so as we walk with you, our every step is our holy ground. You are the God of endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace. And we will seek to know you more in every word of every prayer, and you will keep your timeless faithfulness through every breath. You will be there. You are the God endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace. If doubts and fears come closing in, we lean on you when strength may fail. And Father God, you pour your Spirit down. The clouds will clear, the truth prevail. You are the God of endless love, the Lord of every time and place. You are the hope beyond our humanness. This is the promise of your grace. This is the hope for all the world. The nails that held God in our place. This is the love that brings forgiveness. This is the promise of His grace. I promise we'll have the piano tuned by next week. That's called an out of tune top A. But that was for you, all you
yes.
people. Promise of
Facebook group to belong to. If you want to know more about it, then you can go to facebook.com/groups/JV Community Official, and that will take you to the page, and you can ask to join. But you will be asked 2 simple questions before we can let you in. Okay, so the first question is how you found out about us, and the second question is if you abide by the simple rules that we have set up.
which are about civility
Yeah.
and kindness, and
Yeah.
that's the basis of them.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing else. It's not a political group.
No,
If
it's
you want to
not.
do political, those
That's
of you know,
elsewhere.
that's elsewhere. And me and Trump, that goes elsewhere. That's nothing to do with the Facebook group. Okay?
So this is all about a group of people who are caring. It's for people who rise early, go to bed late, who do all kinds of extra things in between. So it's just a lovely group to belong to. A lot of people have found it really has helped them just get through the days during the week. So that's our wonderful Facebook community. Thank you to those of you who check out Jonathan on YouTube and also Jonathan Vera Music /live. There's masses of Jonathan out there now. Rachel has been making sure that our YouTube page is really getting up to date. So those of you who've only just recently joined us, you can go back. And there are 44 previous weeks that you can watch and enjoy. And so please do that and check out the
subscribe.
songs that are
Please subscribe to Jonathan Vera
subscribe.
page on there, and that will be great.
Yeah. For those of you who are interested in Jonathan's CDs, this, of course, is our wonderful lockdown CD that has got some lovely, lovely songs on it. Piano Man, of course, You've Got a Friend, starring all our wonderful friends from the Facebook community, and Go Peaceful and The Lord Bless You.
Starring you.
And starring, I'm coming to that, not least of all starring me in Go Peaceful. So that's the lockdown sessions. Jonathan's sung a few from Hymns Project tonight. So that's the Hymns Project 1, which has got Oh Love That Will Not Let Me Go, and the wonderful And Can It Be is also on that one. And then the Hymns Project 2 has got Here Is Love on it, and also Swing Down Chariot that he sang
Swing
tonight.
down chariot, stop
So, and if you want to just check them out, you can go onto our Facebook page, which is www.jonathanvera.com. And if you go into the shop and you look at the CDs and so on, you can find the CDs. You can even listen to the tracks and so on. So you can always check it out. If you want to ask questions about, what's the best thing to buy or whatever, you can always do that by writing to me. I'm on sue@jonathanvera.com, and I will be happy to answer your questions and to give you any information that you need. Those of you who have very kindly given us money through the PayPal page, we are very, very grateful. Without you, this would be a much more difficult time, I can tell you. So it's also, I can give you the bank details if you'd rather not use PayPal. But whatever, just write to me on sue@jonathanvera.com or have a look at the techie page on the Facebook community, and that will give you all the information. So thank you for your patience, thank you for your love and your care, and we will sing the last couple of songs for you.
Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways. Sing it for me, sir.
Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame.
God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known, my love.
Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes.
God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known, my love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace.
The Lord bless you and keep you.
The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace. We've got a great show for you next week. May the Lord bless you and keep you this week, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you to the tech team, and most of all to you who've been with us. No, well, see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and to Simeon.
To Simeon too.
That'll be in tune next week, I promise.